Hey guys! So today's video is going to be a review of Glossier's newest launch, Pro Tip, which is their new liquid eyeliner. So I've had it for about a week now. I've worn it a couple times to see how it worked, if it lived up to the ridiculous Glossier hype that these products usually get. So if you're interested in seeing what I thought and seeing a little demonstration of the product, please keep watching. And before we get on with this review, I just wanted to remind you to please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you found it helpful. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Alright, so now for the review. This eyeliner was pretty highly anticipated ever since they did a pencil liner in their holiday collection like a few years ago. People have been asking for a Glossier liner over and over, just constantly. So people were very, very excited, including myself, for this to come out. The main claims for the product were that it would be easy to use, would last up to 12 hours, dry quickly, and not smudge easily. So these are pretty basic claims, so it was nice to see that in the Glossier description. The main problem for me was that it did not live up to all these claims, so I'll go more into that now. Let's start with the basics, the packaging. Obviously, it's a Glossier product, so their packaging is on point. Even products I don't love as much by Glossier, their packaging is always cute, functional, easy to use. That's just Glossier. It's in a cute little pink tube. It matches nicely with the mascara, and it looks a lot like their new brow pen too. Pretty basic packaging. The price, this little eyeliner runs for $16, which is kind of around the area I was guessing. It's around the same price as their mascara, around the same price as their brow pen. It does seem a little expensive, but if it works perfectly for you, it would definitely be worth splurging on. Okay, so now on to something a little bit more important than the packaging and the name, which is the application and the applicator of the product. It's a pretty small brush tip, and it comes to a very fine point at the end, which is exciting for anyone who's had any sort of experience with applying liquid liner. The finer the point, no matter what shape you're trying to create, whether it's thin or just like a nice thick eyeliner, having a thin tip is going to make it a whole lot easier to get what you want. The brush itself is very soft when you put it on your eyelid, and like the claims from Glossier, it does not drag, at least it didn't on my eyelids. It was very smooth and very easy to make go exactly where you wanted it to. So this liner only comes in one color, which is black. Not surprising. Hopefully they add more colors in the future. Maybe to their play line they'll add some brighter colors, but a brown would be really nice. I'd be excited to see that. But it only comes in black, and usually when I buy an eyeliner in black, I expect it to be the blackest of black. So I was kind of surprised when I found that it was not super pigmented. I wouldn't say it was patchy at all. It's still, like I said, a very smooth application, but it just isn't opaque. So when you're creating a very small line against your eyelash line, this isn't as much of a problem. If you want to create anything bigger, if you want to do it like a dramatic 60s cat eye, you're not going to enjoy this product at all. That is what I first tried to accomplish when I used it, because that's a look I like to do with eyeliner a lot. And this is really best suited for a tiny line along the eyelash line and maybe a little tiny point at the end. Once I did start to layer it, and I did try this a couple times on different days, it just starts to get a lot messier. It starts to move around a lot more, and you start to get more smudges, and you kind of just lose control of the product. Something that also is affected is my next point, and it's the drying time. That was a big claim for Glossier, is that this would dry very quickly. When I did my really quick day when I was running late and I just did a little swoop, dried very quickly. You can also feel it drying down, which personally is something I really like. When I tried any sort of layering, even just like touching it up a little bit and layering a tiny bit, it took so long to dry down. It took so long that I had to leave for work and it was still drying down when I got to work like 30 minutes later. Okay, so now on to durability. Again, obviously that was a big claim for Glossier. All their makeup products are advertised as things you don't have to constantly be checking your face in the mirror. You can trust that it's gonna look good and last all day. I did not find that to be true with this eyeliner at all. I actually had a very hard time keeping it looking nice and found myself checking my face in the mirror more than I have in a very long time while I was at work or just out and about, because I was genuinely worried that it was going to not just fade, but look smeared and smudgy to the point where I would just probably want to take it off. I do want to note that I have really oily eyelids and have a lot of problem with creasing in eyeshadows. It doesn't really bother me anymore because I know it's going to happen. But with this eyeliner, I think the oiliness of my eyelids just did not combine well with the product. When I did a larger cat eye, a more dramatic one, it just wasn't drying down, and it constantly throughout the day, I kept getting smudges on the top of my eye. It continued all day. I basically just went into the bathroom every hour or so and just kind of wiped my eyelid a little bit and got it off. Luckily, that part was coming off easily, so it was easy to fix, but obviously very, very annoying and not something I'm interested in doing every day. When I did a smaller cat eye, which I still think is the main use for this product, or just like a thin line along your lash line, I didn't have any smudging on the top, but the cat eye after like 2 hours was not sharp anymore, and it was starting to like fade on the bottom. So it basically, it kind of just looked like I was horrible at doing a cat eye, which I don't think I am. Removal of this product was extremely easy. I couldn't get it fully off with just water. I did use a little bit of an oil cleanser. I actually used Glossier's oil cleanser and just used that to remove my mascara and eyeliner. Came off very easily, no rubbing at all, just kind of the normal pat it on your eye and then wipe away. So that was really nice that after a frustrating day, I was able to just wipe it away and forget about it. So before I reach the end of this review, I just want to say that I'm not fully experienced with wearing liquid liner. It's not something I do on a daily or even weekly basis. I still love Glossier products, of course. A lot of my all-time favorite holy grail makeup and skincare items are from them. I do think, like I mentioned in the beginning, that Glossier releases get a lot of hype just because they are Glossier and there are so many good products in their lines. But I do think this is one of their products that just isn't gonna work for everyone. I think if you don't have oily eyelids, that it would be 100% worth a try. It is really easy to use upon application, so as long as you can get it to stay and not have it be so fussy like it was on me, you will like this eyeliner. But anyway, please give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. That lets me know what kind of reviews to do in the future. And besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. I am a Glossier rep, so if you do decide to buy this product or any other products by Glossier, I will put my rep link in the description box below so you can get 10% off and free shipping. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.